Thank you, Sambalsu, and welcome to the Daily Nugget Show. I'm your host, Kachang Kevin, and today we'll explain why the Eucharist is Jesus' sacrifice. But first, our Bible reflection taken from Luke chapter 22, verse 19. And he took bread, gave thanks, and broke it, and gave it to them, saying, "This is my body given for you. Do this in remembrance of me." The Catechism of the Catholic Church teaches in paragraph 1365 that, in the Eucharist, Christ gives us the very body which he gave up for us on the cross, the very blood which he poured out for many for the forgiveness of sins. If we read the Last Supper narratives, we find Jesus using the present tense a day before he is to be crucified on the cross. Jesus doesn't say, "This is my body which will be given." He says, "This is my body given," suggesting that the bloody sacrifice on the cross the next day was mysteriously made present in an unbloody manner. To give us more clues that suggest Jesus intended the Last Supper to be a sacrifice, we turn to an article by Catholic apologist Karlo-Broussard titled "Evidence Christ Offered the Last Supper as a Sacrifice" at karlo-broussard.com. That's KARLOBROUSSARD.com. Clue 1. Blood poured out. Mr. Broussard says, the pouring of blood is reminiscent of the Old Testament atoning sacrifices. For example, Leviticus 4:7 describes how the priest was to pour the blood of the victim at the base of the altar on which the victim was offered. Clue 2. Do this. The Greek reads poete tuto. In the Greek version of the Old Testament, the Septuagint, the word poeo, which is the root for poete, is translated as offer with regard to offering sacrifices, as in Exodus 29, Leviticus 9, and Psalm 66. Clue 3. In remembrance of me. The Greek word for remembrance is anamnesis, which has sacrificial overtones in both the New and Old Testaments. For example, we see it used also in Hebrews 10:3. Clue 4. Given for you. The Greek word didomi, which is used for given in Jesus' statement, is also used elsewhere in the New Testament with references to sacrifices, such as when describing the sacrifice Joseph and Mary brought to the temple when presenting Jesus, Luke 2:24. And clue 5. Blood of the covenant. Moses used the same language with reference to the sacrificial victim during the ratification ceremony of the Sinaitic covenant in Exodus 24. For a deeper reflection, read Karlo-Broussard's article titled "Evidence Christ Offered the Last Supper as a Sacrifice" at karlo-broussard.com. Let's end with a prayer. O God, who left for us a memorial of your passion in this miraculous sacrament, grant, we implore you, that we may venerate the holy mystery of your body and blood, so that we may ever experience in ourselves the fruitfulness of your redemption. Amen. That's the end of today's show. Have the Daily Nugget Show in your email by subscribing for free at www.redeemedforworship.com. God bless.
Redeemed for worship, redeemed for praise, redeemed by his blood, in Jesus' name. We are born anew, redeemed for you.
Created using Powtoon.